Good evening, ma'am, and good evening, classmates. Language Program and Policies of Ghana. What are language policies? Many countries have a language policy designed to favor or discourage the use of a particular language or set of languages. Although nations historically have used language policies, most often to promote one official language at the expense of others. Many countries now have policies designed to protect and promote regional and ethnic languages whose viability is threatened. Language policy is what a government does either officially through legislation, court decisions, or policy to determine how languages are used, cultivate language skills needed to meet national priorities, or to establish the rights of individuals or groups to use and maintain languages. Ghana is located in the West Africa and is sandwiched between Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast and Togo. The northern border is the country Burkina Faso and the southern border is the Gulf of Guinea. The country is slightly smaller than the state of Oregon. The landscape consists mainly of plains and low plateaus covered by rainforests in the west and Lake Volta in the east. The people and culture of Ghana. Children in Ghana begin 2 years of kindergarten at age 4. Then all the children ages 6 to 12 attend 6 years of elementary education. If families can afford it, children go on to secondary education. Ghana's school system is more advanced than many of its African neighbors. There are over 50 different ethnic groups in Ghana, each with their own customs and languages. But the country is harmonious and peaceful. The Akan tribe is the largest group and makes up about 45% of the population. They live mostly in villages and grow their foods in farms. The traditional cloth of Ghanaian people is bright and colorful kente cloth. In the north, the men wear loose flowing clothes made of darker cloth. Ghanaians love soccer and built a large soccer stadium in the capital of Accra. Soccer is the national sport. The government of Ghana. The president is the head of government and head of the state in Ghana. The president and vice president are elected every 4 years. A council of ministers is elected by the president and approved by the parliament. The ministers are made of heads of different departments of state in government. There are also a tribal government in addition to the national government. History of Ghana. Before the Europeans arrived in search of gold, the west coast of Africa was part of an ancient trade route. In the year 1471, Portuguese traders came ashore and noticed that the local people wore gold jewelry. People from Portugal, Denmark, the Netherlands, Germany, and Britain came to the Gold Coast to search for gold. The British took control of the country in the 20th century and declared the Gold Coast a colony of the British Empire. In the year 1957, the Gold Coast gained its independence from Britain and became known as Ghana. After many corrupt governments, Ghana's new leader in 1981, Jerry Rawlings, vowed to stop corruption. Democracy involving the many parties started in 1992 when a new constitution was adopted. Language Program and Policies of Ghana. Enhancing reading skills in the early primary grades is a key education priority for the United States Agency for International Development or USAID. Despite some improvements in access and learning in sub-Saharan Africa, literacy levels in the early grades remain low and progress has been slow. As such, efforts to improve the quality of teaching and learning in the early grades have led to an increased focus on the role of the language instruction or LO1. Recent research has demonstrated that mismatches between the LOI and the language that students and teachers speak and understand best can hamper effective teaching and learning. Thus, it is critical to understand the LOI policy and linguistic context of a country when trying to improve learning outcomes in the early grades, as this can be a potential barrier to gains in literacy and learning outcomes. Currently, USAID supports early grade reading or EGR initiatives in 19 countries across sub-Saharan Africa. Many policies in these countries have recently shifted toward adopting the LOI spoken at home, or LOI 1, as the language for initial literacy acquisition, and then the transitioning to a second or additional language, such as regional, national, or international language, as the subsequent language of instruction, or LOI2. Government policies and strategies related to teachers and all LOI reflect country priorities, approaches, and objectives for early grade literacy, and thus are crucial to the design of programs that are effectively aligned with country literacy aims and approaches. During the design phase of donor-funded reading programs, decisions are made regarding the manner and extent to which national policies are incorporated into project design, and when alternate approaches or additional elements need to be considered. However, government policies and LOI and other information relevant of informing design are often difficult to find and are not easily accessible. The LOI country profiles aim to address this need. The profiles will allow the USAID Africa Bureau or USAID missions and partner organizations to quickly understand the country's linguistic and policy context in order to design an approach that most effectively helps improve EGR outcomes. These profiles designs for 18 of the countries with current or upcoming USAID EGR initiatives aim to clearly and succinctly describe the illustrate the country's linguistic landscape and the official LOI policy. This country profile in particular provides information on language policy and practice of Ghana. According to Ethnologue, Languages of the World published by SIL International, there are 81 languages in Ghana, all of which are living. Of these, 73 are indigenous and the 8 are non-indigenous. Furthermore, 13 of the languages are institutional, 46 are developing, 14 are vigorous, 6 are in trouble, and 2 are dying. The national language and lingua franca of Ghana is English, which has 9.8 million second language or L2 speakers out of the total population of 27.67 million. Ghanaian Pidgin English is also widely spoken within 5 million first language or L1 speakers. Akan is the most widespread indigenous language of Ghana. With 8.1 million L1 speakers, other widely spoken indigenous languages include Ewe or 3.32 million speakers, Dagbani 1.16 million speakers, Dangme 1.02 million speakers, and Dagare 924,000 speakers. Ebard Simons Finig 2020. Official language instruction policies. Ghana's current language policy mandates the use of the child's L1 as the language of instruction from kindergarten through grade 3, with English as the L1. Thereafter, English is taught as a subject in the lower primary grades, while Ghanaian languages become a subject of study from grade 4 through grade 9. The language policy states where teachers and learning materials are available in linguistic composition of classes is fairly uniform. The children's first language must be used as the dominant medium of instruction. In kindergarten and lower primary school, Minister of Education Ghana 2004, instruction in the indigenous languages is limited to the 11 government-sponsored languages: Aquapem Twi, Ascent Twi, Fante Nizima or Akan ethnic languages, Dagareya and Dagbane, Mole Dagbane ethnic languages, Ewe, Dongme, Ga, Gonja, and Kasim. Materials have been produced in the 11 Ghanaian languages to support the implementation of the mother tongue instruction policy. However, these materials are only available for the literacy and language class and are not provided for other subjects. Official curricular guidance stipulates that instructors teach the other subjects in Ghanaian languages up to grade 3, using English materials according to the national syllabus of Ghanaian languages and culture. The education school system from kindergarten to primary is mostly conducted in the pupil's native language. All subjects should be taught in the Ghanaian language during the 5 years of bilingual education or KGP3. Mathematics, natural science, and all other courses studied from kindergarten to primary school 3 shall be taught in Ghanaian language. The learning the L1 of the learning utilizing textbooks already written in English. This means that the teacher must translate all context in all topics into the Ghanaian language of the class in order for the students to understand during class. According to research, total implementation of mother tongue policy is quite low.